no party like a cowboy party. I see you rocking over there.
Hey, that's
what
nice.
we do, baby.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. So first, before we get this thing started, man, what's your name, fam?
Hey, man,
Outside of BIRDGANG.
My name is Randall, man.
Randall. Okay. All right, cool, Randall. I'm Law. You know, you jumped in the inbox. You said, "Hey, let's talk Cowboys football and Eagles talk." And you know, you've been jumping in there for a long time. I said, Randall. I said, man. All right, cool. Persistent. You know, you persistent with it.
That's
So I
said,
all right, you gotta do it. Try to get it out of the mud. So you BIRDGANG 3-1. Why BIRDGANG 3-1? Why BIRDGANG?
Hey, man, BIRDGANG, because it's part of the BIRDGANG Nation. You know, I'm an Eagles fan, diehard Eagles fan. I've been rocking with the Eagles for a long time now. So, you know, and 31 is my football number. I play semi-pro ball, you know, regular ball, you know, all throughout high school and college. So that was just my football number. So I put them together, and that's what I came up with.
BIRDGANG 3-1. Okay. So I'm gonna let you talk. You know, since you guys coming to our house, y'all gonna try to represent over here in the Dallas Cowboys land, which we're not gonna allow that to happen.
Hey,
however, go ahead.
Last couple of matchups, you guys been winning in our house, and we've been winning in your house. So it's been going back and forth a little bit there.
Let me see. The last game, did we win it in our home or was it on the road? I thought
y'all
it was
won
at our
Philly.
Home. Okay. Well, we spanked it regardless. You know, you said and we got that W because you guys were trying to do everything with Jalen Hurts. That was his opening, playing with the Dallas Cowboys against the Dallas Cowboys, and we were able to contain him and do a whole bunch of things. But neither here nor there. What you want to talk about, man? You the one reached out to me, so
let's talk about the matchups, man. Let's get into the nitty-gritty with the matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys have a better offense going into this game. You know what I'm saying? You guys probably the most the biggest test we have in the offensive skill set, you know, this whole year. So I feel like we have a better defense, though. You know, we should be you guys' biggest test this year. I know everybody wants to say Tampa Bay, whatever, but you know, I think our defense has held to 11 points so far this year, average. You know, the first game only 6, second game, you know, we gave up 17 to, you know, a playoff contending team like the San Francisco 49ers. So, you know, I think that we'll be all right going into this game against you guys, and we'll just see who wins in the battle of the trenches.
Yeah. Cole said, "Nah, dog, we won in Dallas, dog." It
was it Dallas?
17. I knew because I remember that turf. I remember Jalen Hurts playing basketball with the football when he tried to run up inside the middle, and Randy Gregory made the fumble. And I remember even the guy Anthony Brown made an interception. So I was like, wait a minute.
It was in Dallas,
sure. It was in Dallas. I know concussion protocol. We beat y'all so bad. It was like, oh my goodness.
Hey man,
but it's all good, man. It's all good
on both sides. You know, this rivalry has been going on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter the records going into this game. It's just who's the better team on that given day. You know, on Monday night, you know, the Birds do play good on Monday night. So I'm hoping for that luck to continue this Monday.
No doubt, man. So what are your game plans as far as versus the Dallas Cowboys? Since you lamented the fact that we are pretty good on offense, what's your game plan?
Well, on offense, you know, like I said, I feel like we're good. We're better on defense. So I figure, you know, Cooper got some hurt ribs there, and even when he's healthy, Big Play Slade does a great job against him. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been able throughout his career to, you know, do too much on Big Play Slade. So I think he'll be able to, you know, lock him down this game. And then we got Steven Elson over there from Pittsburgh that I think should be able to do a pretty good job with CeeDee Lamb. You know, they're going to get some plays. You know, that's just part of football. And when you're a good player, you get open and you catch the ball and you do your thing. So I'm not really worried about it. But, you know, we've also held, you know, two top 10 tight ends to under 50 yards. You know what I'm saying? We had Calvin Ridley only have like 40-something yards, something like that. You know, we held Debo, who went off for 189, I think it was in first week, to less than 100 yards. So I think, you know, our cornerbacks are a lot better this year, and I think we'll be able to handle you guys in that secondary a little bit there.
First and foremost, the Atlanta Falcons tight end, he was a rookie. So if you want a cookie for holding him, shutting him down, you can have that cookie. By the way, Debo Samuel, he's nice. Don't get it wrong. Catch yards off the catch, he's pretty spectacular. But
Mhm.
I'm picking C Dangerous Lamb over Debo Samuel any day, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's going to be more of a tall, daunting task for you guys. Now, as far as Kittles, that was a good job of containing him. You know,
Mhm.
that was a real good job. But we are looking at Jimmy Garoppolo for crying out loud. I was looking at some of the tape. I was sitting there like, man, who's he throwing the ball to? He was throwing the
Mhm.
ball so high. I was like, wait a minute, John Legend is not there because it was so high. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who's gonna catch that? You know.
Mhm.
But I would tell you this, real and real.
Mhm.
You guys got to deal with Ezekiel Elliott plus Tony Pollard. And on top of that, this guy that wears 86 on our team named Schultz, it may seem as if though he's going to try to block and chip in the backfield, but he's going to sneak out and he's going to attack that middle of the field. I like what he's doing for us, man. So you guys are going to have your hands full.
But as you guys both, as we know, man, Zeke does have play good games against us, but Zeke hasn't been the same Zeke since he got paid. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't became that, all pro running back. He hasn't bounced back to that level yet. He's had some decent game, but if you see Pollard's like out rushing him over there, you know what I'm saying, the last couple of years. So I'm not really worried about Zeke no more. Just like, Saquon in our division. I don't worry about him because he hasn't played enough consistent good football for me to really worry about him. Zeke does turn it up once it comes to Eagle games, but I'm not really worried about it. I think our defensive line's always been able to hold up against the run pretty well. Teams start out running on us, I'm saying, into our defense. It comes together. The first quarter, the second quarter, probably the biggest run yards you get out of the Philadelphia Eagles. And then after that, we kind of tighten it up. And, I'm just, Zeke will have to prove a little bit more to me before I get scared of Zeke again.
Well, you guys remember the safety that you had on your team? I think
Mm-hmm.
he went to the Ohio State. What was
Mm-hmm.
his name? Somebody in the chat box. Was his last name Jenkins? Was it
Malcolm.
Malcolm Jenkins?
Mm-hmm.
I know that you guys no longer have him on the team. But the
Mm-hmm.
last time I checked, when Ezekiel Elliott was running the rock, I believe he baptized him with the mighty name of the shoulder. You know,
Hey,
you remember that
Zeke's a big boy.
play?
I ain't
so,
never
so
taken that away from him.
all I need for Ezekiel Elliott to do, I know Anthony Harris ain't gonna try to come down here and meet him in the hole. I know
Mhm.
that. Oh, is the other safety Rodney? Is he's gonna play or is he's out?
He,
Rodney, was it McLeod, whatever his name
he's
is?
still
Is he's gonna
questionable
play?
right now, but I
Questionable.
think I think he might be playing this week, this Monday. They haven't gave an official word on the Eagles report yet, but I think he is going to be playing this week.
Yeah,
And like I
you
said,
guys
Zeke's
gonna
a
need
big
him.
guy. Zeke's a
Yeah.
freak. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, as a Cowboy fan, you've been watching the game. You see Zeke's not the same as he's been. You know what I'm saying? He's not really scaring nobody no more. Last year, he fumbled so many times. I was even shocked because I had him on my fantasy team. And I was like, what's up, Zeke? Like, what are you doing, my guy? Like you keep going out there. As soon as he lowers his shoulders, getting hit, the ball's out. Boom. So Zeke's just going to have to prove that to me. And like you said, Schultz, I think we'll be able to handle Schultz no problem. We do got that defensive line, though, you guys got to worry about. You got some young butts on that offensive line there. How they're going to stop Hargraves, how they're going to stop Fletcher Cox. You know what I'm saying? Those are two Pro Bowl tackles in the middle there, that put a lot of pressure on people. So, that's the beginning of stopping that run game. And then Barnett's a good run stopper. He might not be so great on the whole passing thing. He hasn't been getting that many sacks, but I think last year he had 7.5. But he can hold his own on those ends. BG was a big blow for us, and I can't lie
Right.
about that. Once he left the game, you've seen a different thing, but that's more probably because the person's ever getting the reps. Like Kerrigan was out all of the off season with a thumb injury. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of his first action going into the game. So, but I think with a good week behind him and a good game plan with our young guy Milton Williams that we picked up in the third round, we should be able to hold those edges off, hold those edges down. So.
Well, I appreciate you talking about Javon Hargrave and as well as Fletcher Cox, those big boys inside, and please let's not forget about what's his name, Ridgeway. What's his name? What's his first
Yeah,
name?
Don Ridgeway, another one that's been
Hassan
playing
Ridgeway.
good.
Yeah. Those boys. Yeah, you got some big guys that can really penetrate in the interior. I believe with the two-headed monsters that we got, this will be an explosive game for Tony Pollard for us to capture the edge because I
Mm-hmm.
look at your linebacking or core. There ain't really nobody to be sitting there saying, okay, we in fear of your linebackers. That's one of your weakest areas there. And especially looking at your secondary as relates to your safety aspect of it, you guys are going into this game hobbled in a sense. And only Anthony Harris is the only person to really, you can't sneeze at. So this is going to be a good game, a
Mm-hmm.
situation. Whereas if we going to run the rock, it's going to be on the outside edges, and if you
Mm-hmm.
try to load up the box with 8, 9 man fronts, which is cool, which is okay,
Mm-hmm.
which is okay, then you'll see Rain Dakota Prescott eating on the outside with deeper passes, especially in the deeper third. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's the
Mm-hmm.
approach to this particular game. But man, without Brandon Graham, that's like blessings for us. And I'm not sitting here wishing any
Mm-hmm.
injuries or anything, but he's been one of the Cowboys killers for a long
And you
time.
guys got some injuries too on you guys' side of the ball. Like D Law's a big loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he hasn't been playing up to that $1 million contract y'all gave him, but he still is a force to be reckoned with out there. You know, not to have him. And I think you guys getting Randy Gregory back this week, right? Um, he's
Facts.
you know he's been playing some good ball too as well, but I'm not really worried too much about that. Our linebackers, yeah, they definitely need to step up this year. But in terms of if you look what they did last year, both of them had over 150 tackles. You know what I'm saying? So they know what to do. You know what I'm saying? This is a new scheme. And I think last week we were basically, we got out coached by the San Francisco 49ers. You know, we had opportunities to win that game. We could have came up with a victory. You know, penalties is what's been hurting our team this year. And I think as long as we can cut those penalties down, these boys will be all right. You know, even like you say, McLeod might be hobbling in or whatever. From the tape that I seen from McLeod that they put out on NFL.com, he looks smooth. He looks fast. It doesn't look like he's gonna have a limp in his step. He looks like he's gonna be full go. I think that's the reason why they held him out for so long, is to make sure he was gonna be 100% before he hit that field. And when McLeod is playing, he plays at a high level. You know what I'm saying? You got two Pro Bowl safeties back there. So I think we'll be all right back there as well. And if not, Kayvon's done played some good football. You know,
You
Mike
talking about
Epps.
Kayvon Wallace?
Yeah, Kayvon's done played some good football. He hasn't been great, but he's been playing some good football. You know what I'm saying? He made some tackles out there. But I'm very looking forward to seeing McLeod back out there.
Well, somebody reported in the chat over there. I'm reading as you talking. They said that he will not be ready to week 4. So, are you saying that he will be ready this Monday night?
Who
You
are you
saying
saying?
that McLeod or Rodney in there?
McLeod?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, they said they wanted to get him in anytime within the first 4 weeks. So they didn't really say it was going to be week 4. They didn't say, they said when he's ready to go and we feel like he's ready to go. You know, that's all media talk. You know what I'm saying? The media, the way they have it spun, is like it could be week 4, it could be week 3, it could be next week. Maybe they don't want to give up the secret and saying that they are going to play him this week. But like I said, from the clips that I've seen from practice that I have seen, he looks good out there. And I imagine he should be out there this week.
So tell me about your guy, man, Darius Slay and Steve. Was it Nelson? Yeah, tell me about those two. Talk to me.
Slay was put out of position last year, like that sticks defense that we ran. You know what I'm saying? It didn't play to his strengths. You know what I'm saying? So I think this year, really, I haven't even seen enough man. I think our best way to beat you guys is to stop with all this. You know, 4-3 shell defense, zone, and we're gonna have to man them up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go man them up. So like I said before, I feel that Slay has had some good games against Amari Cooper, kept him under 100 yards. And the biggest thing is our defensive line. We got depth there. That's the reason why this Brandon Graham loss won't be as big as everybody think it's going to be, because we can get to that quarterback.
So
And
let
then,
me ask you this. I ain't trying to cut you off, Chief,
no, go
but
ahead.
let me say this. So how do you feel? You said you played on the defensive side, right?
Mm, when I play,
Yeah, when you play defense, right? Or you played
oh, I was
offense?
a running back.
You're running back. All right,
Mm-hmm.
but this is the defensive question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see Slay? More of a zone cover corner or man to man?
I think you got to switch it up with them, depending. But I think when you got players going off, you got to man them up. Let them do it. I'd rather him lose the battle so you can put the blame on him, as opposed to keeping him in zone where he's playing 10 yards off the ball and then trying to say that he's not playing as well. Like, everybody's giving him a bad rap from last year, but if you think about it, he only really got toasted by two receivers, and One was Adams, and he had 18 touchdowns, so he toasted everybody last year. So that I don't put no shade on him for that. And then also when he got toasted by DK Metcalf, and that's a freaking nature out there in Seattle. So those are two games I don't really look at as like, oh wow, the best cornerbacks in the league get toasted. You know what I'm saying? And just what happens is turned into a passing league. So I think he plays better. Probably he probably played better manning up 1-on-1. Let him do his thing. You don't pay him a
So
big buck for no reason.
you who you gonna roll? You gonna roll Anthony Harris over the top, or you just gonna lock him down man to man on the island by himself?
Well, you
With
said,
Amari Cooper, if Amari Cooper plays, he's questionable.
mm-hmm.
Or CD Lamb. So you saying that okay, you gonna lock Slay up man to man and everybody else, or you just gonna play man to man defense altogether, right?
Obviously it's a football league. It's a game, so you're gonna have to make your adjustments in the game. I'll start it out locking them up, man press. You know what I'm saying? Try to give our defensive line time to get to Dak, because the only way that we're gonna win this game is if we do get to that. Whenever you give Dak the time, he will pick you apart. You know what I'm saying? He's shown plenty of times in the past that you give him, like against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay didn't get to him. I think, did he even get a sack on Dak that game? I don't even think they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was open a lot. He had a lot of time to pass the ball, and he lit it up. Even though you guys lost, he still did what? He threw for 400 yards. So we got to get to Dak, and we got to get to him often, early. And I think that we have a defensive line that can do it. And playing man defense would definitely put a little bit more pressure on him to hold that ball a little longer.
So how do you guys feel about the absence of Brandon Brooks, man? How you feel about that?
Uh, it's another huge loss, but like I tell my Eagle fans, man, we've seen this the last 3 years for Brandon Brooks. You know what I'm saying? When he's on the field, he's one of the best. But the problem is when you're not on the field, you don't help the team. So I think we had a safe bet by drafting Lander Dickerson. He was like one of the top rated linemen out of the draft last this year. And I watched him here in Alabama play, and that boy's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's huge, and he can open up some holes. So I think you've seen a little bit of him last week. He had some good, he had some bad, but he was a rookie that didn't take first team reps, and his first NFL game. So of course he was going to have some flaws, but having a full week of practice, you know what I'm saying, getting him acclimated to that first team, I think he's going to be fine. And if anybody, I think that's the perfect replacement for Mr. Brooks.
Landon Dickerson. Shout out to Roll Tide.
Right?
You guys got somebody else from my neck of the woods, almost from Alabama. I think he wears number 6.
Yeah.
What's your
The
thoughts on
Slim
him?
Reaper,
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
This,
Oh, so you calling him the Slim Reaper, huh?
yes, that's who he is,
What
man.
you think? What you think gonna happen, man? What you think? You think he's gonna line up against Trayvon Diggs, or y'all? Please don't put Anthony Brown on him. That's
Yeah.
our guy.
Y'all
But
put Brown on.
what do you think? What you think gonna happen, man? What you think gonna happen? Go
I
ahead.
think you put Brown on him, it's gonna be a wrap.
Hell no, they ain't gonna
Rapper.
do that.
The Slim Reaper gonna reap there. But
Nah, man.
Diggs
Go
is
ahead.
playing, some good football as of late. You know what I'm saying? Like, his 14 starts, he has 5 interceptions. So you gotta watch out for that, and you gotta respect his call on that. But he did play with Devontae Smith, so Devontae Smith would know some, you know, ins and outs of him. You know what I'm saying? Lit him up in practice here in Alabama. So I imagine we are in the pros now and different defensive scheme. But I think Devontae Smith should do fine against Diggs. Unless you guys roll coverage. Like, a lot of people said Devontae Smith had a weak game last week for the 2 catches, 17 yards. But most of that game, he had Josh Norman, yes, who's lost a step, but it was double coverage for most of the game. They double covered him after
But you
that
know what
first game.
I saw out of Josh Norman on it alluded to what I think that the Cowboys are going to do to your guy Devontae Slim Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
He locked him up man to man. He didn't let him get off the LOS. And even though they called it, it was a tic tac he called, in my opinion. I'm more going to lean on the defensive side. He got his hands inside. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, at the top of the route, he got a little physical with him. I'm looking at Trayvon Diggs. They're going to lock him up man to man and isolate him. Now, you guys got a guy that can stretch the field vertically. I forgot his first name. His last name is
Wes
Watkins.
Watkins.
Watkins, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the matchup that I'm kind of like, all right, cool. If you guys can get time to roll out or to get him on a vert route, there could be something there. But outside of that, I'm looking at Diggs. Just go ahead and isolate number 6.
You think he can handle
7
him one on
versus
one?
6.
He balled out.
Hold,
Devontae
hold, hold,
Smith
on, hold on.
has
Excuse
balled
me.
out
If
against
Josh
all the top
Norman, if
cornerbacks.
Josh Norman can handle him, what do you
He
think
did, like I
Trayvon
told you. If you
Diggs?
watch the tape, he
Did
got
you
double
watch
teamed
the
most of that game.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna still have a safety over the top, but that allows Trayvon Diggs to be a little bit more aggressive. That's all I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. See, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people think that safety over the top is weakness. No, it's a good
No,
strategy, by the way. You know,
you got to do it.
but we're gonna have our safety over the top. That's how I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at it. You know.
Yeah, and like I said, if you block, you play 1-on-1 with no safety help, I think Devontae Smith will eat. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if y'all double team him again, guess what? We got other targets. We didn't even use our tight
Woo.
ends. We got two top 10
Is
tight ends.
Zach Ertz
Well,
out?
Zach Ertz is questionable too for Monday. I don't
He's
know if
out,
they
man.
is
He's
he
out. I
out
believe.
completely.
I believe Zach Ertz out, man.
They
I,
said he had got vaccinated, so he might be back. But as of right now, he's out. But we got Richard Rodgers in, even if he is out. And Richard Rodgers was on our team last year, and he plays some serviceable number 2 role for tight end. So I'm not really worried too much about that. Dallas Goedert has to show up and step up this game. And it'd be more fitting for a guy like named Dallas to go to Dallas and have a big game. My guy, I know you guys wanted him. I heard that the Cowboys did want Dallas Goedert that draft, and we scooped him up from you guys. So what way to thank you guys.
For you guys doing that, I got to play this right quick. Cause y'all be tripping, man. Y'all be tripping.
Shame. Shame.
Yes, shame, man.
Shame.
But yeah, like those guys, they had 3 catches last week, and that's another bad coaching, like bad play calling that we did last week was not utilizing both tight ends a lot more. The first week against the San Francisco Niners, Hawkinson had like 13 catches, so I thought for sure, those would be the main 2 guys we use to attack them, and they didn't even throw the ball to them. Like, that's just bad coaching, bad scheming. Our coach came out and said he called a bad game, so hopefully he's taking a good look in the mirror because this is a big game for us. We can't go 1-2, and drop a little any farther in our division. So I think that he's gonna call a good game plan this game and get everybody involved. I think if we can start off the game rushing the ball, getting
Okay.
Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell started early, and then the sky's the limit with our offense and what we can do. So we definitely be hard to stop.
Well, what school did Kenny Gainwell went to?
Memphis.
Yeah, yeah. He's another one of those Memphis kids. The
Hey, they're
Memphis
bringing
kids,
out some
boy,
nice.
shoot. You know about those running backs that you played
Mm-hmm.
that side of the coin. Them Memphis running backs. We got one too.
Yeah,
But they've been
and
everywhere.
Washington got one too.
Washington, the LA Rams got one. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
them boys been everywhere, so they've been pumping out some running backs. They run with authority. Earlier today, I was talking about your running game and Sanders. I really like him more so on the outside. Y'all do these bubble screens with the last crew,
Mm-hmm.
last offensive coordinator that you guys had. Y'all was able to get him out in space, but it
Mm-hmm.
seems as though you guys got this college style of offense,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that like their first game against Atlanta. A lot of people were not hip to what you guys were doing. It was just like a college style of offense. Gainwell, and then you mix in with Sanders, and then Sanders mix in with Gainwell, and then Jalen Hurts. Your offensive coordinator is it Nick Sirianni calling the plays, or is somebody else? Who's calling the plays over
Yeah,
there?
Nick Sirianni calls the plays, but he gives it
Mhm.
to Stetchen,
Stetchen,
Stetchen or whatever his name
Stetchen.
is. You know those
Yeah.
crazy names, but and then he calls it into the Jalen Hurts' helmet.
Yeah, I mean, it seems as if though, Jalen is better when he get out of the pocket and he rolls, and we got an isolator for that. His name is Michael Parson. Now, we're gonna go with I don't know what the game plan will be
Mm-hmm.
heading into this week 3, whether or not they're gonna isolate him, play him on the edge, or put him at the Mike linebacker, or create one of our guys to spy on him,
Mm-hmm.
like one of our safeties or what have you, whoever got the fastest feet, and just
Isn't
spy on
Parson
him.
playing in
Mhm.
still?
Huh? What'd you say?
Isn't he playing in still this game?
I mean, it's up in the air. They're leaving us all in the woods, which is
Mm-hmm.
good. Which is good
Yeah.
because it's harder for you to game plan around that. Whether or not he's
Mm-hmm.
going to play in on this game or he's going to be back at his position as the Mike linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always going to be intriguing. I believe if we flush Jalen to this opposite side, to his least dominant side, that's when you see those interceptions. That's when you see those. I'm gonna hold on to the ball. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I seen him do it.
13 interceptions
I
this
seen him
year.
do it. What'd you say?
I said, well, he hasn't threw any interceptions this
Yeah,
year.
man, yeah. He had some close ones, but no cigars. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a situation. Whereas I think that you guys are still young. You guys are
Mm-hmm.
still young, and that's what happens when you move the ball all the way down the field. You get into the red zone, and then you try to get cute, and then it falls on your face. And
Yeah.
we living through that now, Cowboy Nation. We living through that now with our young offensive coordinator. He get into the red zone, he get to smiling, and then he say,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, let's reverse sweep." Or let's overthink this thing. When all you have to do is just call up Ezekiel, Elijah, Elliott, and Tony
Yeah.
Pollard and put both of those in the backfield at the same time, which will make the Eagles defense become spaghetti brains, you know. But we'll see what's going to happen this Monday
Mm-hmm.
night because primetime night games, there's a guy named Rain Dakota Prescott. He just turns into a whole nother animal when the nighttime come on. You know, he's
Yeah.
just one of those guys. Go
I
ahead.
think Hurts is gonna light it up this week for real. He's
What'd you
back at
say?
home too. Hurts. I think Hurts gonna
Hurts?
light it up this week. He is from Texas. It's kind of like a homecoming game for him as well. Going down to the Star State, and I think you're gonna see a star cop come out of him. He gets a bad rap, but he is the only quarterback. In his first six starts to throw over 1,300 yards and have over 400 yards rushing and six touchdowns. Like the only quarterback since like 1950. So as bad as everybody think Hurts is doing, he's still setting records early in his career. And I still think there's still the ceiling is not even being his potential hasn't even been able fully tapped into yet. By the end of this season, we'll know the real Hurts, and everybody get a chance to see it. It is early in the season. It was only two games. He had a good game, he had a bad game. Let's see what we do against the Cowboys.
No doubt, man. This is a good conversation, man. I didn't know what to expect, man.
Mm-hmm.
I went into this thing blindly, you know. I didn't listen to none of your videos
Yeah.
until now.
If you watch
And
a lot of my videos, man, I come with, I kind of come with some facts. I tell you the
yeah,
honest truth,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I'm like
yeah.
one straightforward guys. I think that's one of the reasons my channel's been growing so much. It's just that I'm not the Eagle fan that's just gonna be like, you suck, and what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I do not like the Cowboys, and I hate losing to you guys for sure. But at the
Right.
same time, I'm gonna give respect where respect's due. You know what I'm saying? You guys are a talented football team. I see the East coming down to us too. Either the Eagles or Cowboys. The Giants, they're garbage. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
straight garbage.
Giants.
The garbage bowl is this week with the Giants and Washington Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Or Washington football team.
Yeah, I thought they already played. I think Washington played the Bills this week, don't they?
Bills, yeah, they just played. Yeah, that is right. They just beat the Giants. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was
right, right.
the trash bowl there. So it's just like I think both of them are going to be at the bottom of the division, and it's going to come down to who can win the most games out of Dallas and Philly. You know what I'm saying? But this is a big game one. I have us winning this game. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a split. But winning this game, and then maybe you guys pick the other one up in Philadelphia at the end of the year.
Yeah. So what I like to do at this time, man, for those that's watching in the comment section, if you are an Eagles fan, I would like to, do a quick Q&A with you guys. I'll put your information on the screen there.
Hmm.
What questions that you guys got for Bird Gang at 31 and
Yeah,
Law Nation, and then we'll go to the Cowboys.
yeah.
So shout out to you, Sheila Neal. Shout out to you, Eli Savage, Cowboys, Chad 88. I see some Eagle fans are in the chat too. So I'm gonna give them
Ooh.
time. Come on, man. Don't be you. I'll play with you, man. But we're gonna let them I guess give us some questions there, and we're
Do
gonna
it.
try to answer them, and we're gonna see what they say. But outside of that, man, with all of that being said, who is your surprise player right now
On our team,
on
I
your
think
team?
I think you brought him up was Hassan Ridgeway. Through two
Ridgeway.
games, him and Hargrave's been just, tearing it up on that defensive line. You know what I'm saying? And I expected Hargrave to do it because he is a highly touted player, and we pay him a lot of money to do it. He didn't do too much last year, but like he said, the offseason he got fat. You know what I'm saying? He was out, came into the season out of shape, but this was the first season he got to really, get in shape and be ready for the season. And I think it's paying off for him. But Hassan Ridgeway, man, that's been out of the blue. I didn't really expect him to be as good as he's been doing this first, two games of the season. So that's a surprise take for me. Is I'll have to go with Hassan Ridgeway. What about for you guys?
Ridgeway been very special for you guys. Him and Javon Hargrave.
Mm-hmm.
Just been a great piece to your team, and you sprinkle in, well, not sprinkle in because Fletcher Cox is Fletcher Cox. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Mississippi State, but
Right.
it is what it is. But the surprise person to me last game was Terrence Steele. He just had to be a surprise, right? And
Mhm.
then of course, Michael Parsons, game one. Those two been surprises to me so far in the season. Then you can say, well, Michael Parsons is low hanging fruit, you know, but
Yeah.
but for Diggs to continue, I'm talking about Trayvon Diggs now, for him to continue to play like he's been playing, not having a sophomore slump been everything for me, because normally in Cowboys land, after your first year on defense, the second year you kind of disappear, and it
Mhm.
seems as if though he don't have that kryptonite. You know, he's just showing
Yeah.
up every week.
But them
We got
Alabama boys play some
oh yeah,
football.
them Bama
You know what I'm saying?
boys, man.
Alabama
Shit,
boys
we
play
just
some football.
roll
The as
tide, you
many of
know.
them boys you can get on your football team is gonna bear
Yeah.
it up. That's for sure.
It's still hell state because I'm from Mississippi, though. You know how it goes, and
Right?
shout out to Ole Miss as well. So Rogers asks, there's this question to you: do you
Yeah.
really feel you can win, and why? And they talking to you, Bird Gang. Do
Like
you
I
really
said,
think you can win, and why?
just a matchup. You know what I'm saying? If we have the right calls on offense this week, you know, we come with a good game plan, you know, we can put some points up on that defense. You know, that defense is, you know, you guys have given up a lot of points in the first two games of the season, you know, compared to our defense, at least when I look at that comparison. Our defense is a pressure defense, and if we can get to Dak Prescott, it's like the same thing. If you can get to any quarterback for real, you know. But with our defensive line being so deep, I think that we have a good rotation down there, and we'll be able to get to Dak, especially in a primetime game. Everybody be a little bit more hyped about it. And if we get to Dak, man, I think that'll be it. Like, you stop the quarterback, you don't see CD Lamb, you don't see, you know, Amari Cooper get the ball no more. So that'll be our main goal, is to get to Dak early and often. And I think if that happens, there's a be a good chance for us to win that game.
No doubt, no doubt. So that's how you feel. That's a big, tall order, if, but I believe that somehow our offensive line will figure out a way to give Dak Prescott. He's been getting rid of that ball less
Mm-hmm.
than 3 seconds, so he's been getting that ball out of his hands, and that's what we like to see out of Dak Prescott. And especially depending and predicated upon the type of defenses that you guys are going to do, is going to be medieval for you guys. Because I'm thinking that Dak Prescott is still going to throw in this particular game, because I don't think that you guys going to stay in cover two or those two deep shells all throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you guys are going to want to stop the run. You're not going to sit there and watch it like the Chargers did, for crying out loud. I think that you
Right.
guys are going to load up the box, and that's when Dak Prescott is going to find his weapons on the outside. So I think that it's going to be a higher scoring game than the previous game. This other question is from C. Burleson. He says, how do you feel, a Bird Gang, about Carson Wentz with the team in Philly Bird? You know, with his new team, I guess that's what he said. How do you feel about Carson Wentz with his new team, basically?
Hey man, I want Carson to stop getting hurt. You know, I need that first round draft pick. But in terms of how he was with Philadelphia, man, you cannot take the props away from Carson. You know, without him, we don't win that Super Bowl. You know, he was 11 and I think 11-2 when he got hurt, or 11-1 or something like that. 11-2,
Mhm.
11-1 when he got hurt, and so he was playing some lights out football that year. But after that year, I think Carson let the injuries get to him, where he's kept coming back too early. You know, trying to do too much, and that cost him a lot of give it made him do a lot of turnover, and that made his gameplay go down, you know, a lot. And he just wasn't strong enough for Philadelphia. He's worried about the city having his back, but yet we gave him $100 million contract. You know, I don't. If you give me $100 million contract, make you me one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. I don't care who you draft. You know, it is a business. You know, we were paying Nick Foles what 15, 10 to $15 million to be a
Right.
backup. You know, if we gonna pay you the money, you gotta realize we can't spend that money on backup quarterbacks no more in case you do get hurt. And as we've seen, he gets hurt. You know, he continues to have gotten hurt since the Super Bowl. So picking up Jalen Hurts, he took it as a slight to him, and I don't think he should have. You know, that's soft minded. You got paid. That's the organization having your back. You know, they gave you the money you wanted. You got the money. Don't worry about it and play some good football. And he couldn't do that. So
Yeah.
I don't wish any ill to Carson. I hope he has a good career over there in Indy. But I'm happy we got hers.
All right. So the landlord from Alabama says, Bird Gang, what do you want to stop the most, the run or Dak Prescott?
Dak. Dak in the past, man. We're good at stopping the run. Our defense has always been good at stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too many people get over 100 yards by themselves on us, very often. So I think
But
we,
you know what? You know, not too many teams are disciplined enough to, when they look in that backfield and they see number 21 and they see number 20, Not too many teams are disciplined enough to say, you know what, 2 tiers in the bucket, we're going to still drop. We're still going to play cover two. We're still going to drop our deepest of the deepest safeties and take away the pass. Uh, I just think that they're going to normally teams look at it like this. Load the box, single high safety look. We're going to shut down the run, make Dak Prescott beat us. That's how most teams look at it. But if you guys want, and you see how that happened, if you
Hmm.
guys want Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, man, to win this game, I'll take it. I'll take it. I would
Hey,
take Ezekiel
not too
Elliott
many
and Tony
teams
Pollard. I
got them
like
big
running the
boys
ball.
in the
Go ahead.
middle. Like, not too many teams got those three big guys in the middle, like we talk about. You
Facts,
know,
facts, facts, facts.
Hargrave, Cox, and even Hassan Ridgeway playing as good as he is. Even you gotta give the props to the rookie Milton Williams. He's came in and done some pretty good stuff. It was in the preseason, but he can hold his own out there. He got some Aaron Donald comparisons. Even Fletcher Costas gave him some praise. He's playing some good football. So we got some big boys up there that can handle that run game.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see this thing all goes under the radar, man. Well, on the biggest stage of all, Monday Night Football. It's going to be a situation whereas I know you'll be wearing one of your jerseys.
Oh
We'll be
yeah.
sitting out here in the sea of silver and blue over here in Dallas land. It's going to be a fantastic rivalry game, and I can't wait to see that happen. I'm gonna read somebody else, man. Does anybody else want to give my guy over here, Birgang 31, a question there so he can answer it live, on
Yeah.
the station? Because I know there's a lot of people in here watching. I know some people up in here.
All right.
Let me see what we got over here. Roger says it's a long one. Alabama, but I know
Got some more
Philly.
Alabama here.
Yeah,
What's
there's
up?
a lot of,
Montgomery
lot of
in the
Bama,
house?
Bama, Bama, Bama. Hold players accountable. Do you feel Hurt can be the future and can be playing? All right. So basically, Rogers is saying, do you feel like Jalen Hurts will be the future,
Yes.
or is it Gardner Minshew?
I think it's hurt, man. I'm not worried about Minshew. He is what he is. He played some good ball in Jacksonville. He had some good games over there, but it's Hurt's job to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the practice and the hard work that he's been putting in, this offseason. He came into this season focused. He's a lot better quarterback than people give him credit for, and I think he's going to shock some teams and shock some people and their perspective on him by the end of the season. Hurts is a true leader of that locker room, and he elevates everybody's play out there. So, you even seen a little bit in the 49 game when he felt like the calls that the coaches were calling wasn't getting nobody open. He took it over with his legs. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
he can do that. He's a true dual threat quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I even think he might even be a little bit better than Lamar Jackson now. Lamar Jackson's more athletic, so he's faster, so he can probably make better plays with his legs. But in terms of Lamar's arm, Lamar doesn't really put up that many, passes to his receivers. He goes to his tight ends and running backs. And I think Jalen Hurts got three weapons out there that he can really exploit that skill set. So I see Jalen being here for a long time, and probably after next year, he'll be getting that contract extension as well.
Let me ask you this though: did you think the same when you had Carson Wentz? Be real with me now. Don't lie to kicking that. Was you
I
saying
thought
the
the same. Like
same
when we
thing when you
drafted
had
Carson,
Carson Wentz? Was
yeah,
let me
when we
know.
drafted Carson Wentz, I was like, yes, we got the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good job. We finally got a quarterback again. We got to realize we went on a long drought with having a good quarterback back there. So Carson was good, and then you seen him come into that 17 year where if he doesn't get hurt, he could be the MVP that year. You know what I'm saying? He was right on track for being the MVP until he got hurt. And then, you can't say woulda, coulda, shoulda because he didn't finish the season. So he wasn't the MVP that year. But after he got hurt, man, Carson game every year just started to go down, whether it was injury, him trying to force things, or even the fact that he wasn't strong minded enough to be back there. So, you know,
The
starting out the gate,
footsteps become louder.
yeah.
Cole asks, and this is a real question right here. He says, do you count those 1940s championship? You got a guy named Philadelphia. He like to lament the fact that y'all won two in the 40s, and then I believe y'all won one in the 60s. Do you
Mhm.
count those as like, hey, these are my Super Bowls as well? Let's not exclude those. Are you that Eagle fan as well? Like you saying, I won 4 championships. We should be up there
Yeah.
with 4.
Birds
You
got
count
four
that?
rings.
So you count those 4 rings.
Got from just like you guys count rings from 26 years ago. Most of the Cowboy fans nowadays weren't even born the last time you guys won a ring. So if you guys still count those rings back in those days, then I'm gonna count the rings from 2016 back in 26 years, guys. Still counting. Still counting.
There was 10 teams playing, but all right, I get you that. I give you that. I give you that. So that's a real thing in Eagles land. Like y'all count the 2 that was in the 40s, and y'all count the 1 that was in the 60s.
Who was the team? Is it the Green Bay or the Steelers that say they have 12 rings because back in the 60s and 40s they were running those rings too, and that's why they call them Title Town or whatever, because they say that they got 12. They don't got 12 Super Bowls. They got 12 rings.
Okay. So from this day forward, the Eagles and the New York Giants are tied with 4 championship rings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From this day forward, regardless of whether or not it was 3 teams playing or 5 teams playing,
there wasn't 32 teams back.
So
it wasn't 32 teams when you guys were playing and winning your Super Bowls.
Okay. So the equivalency is the same almost. It was 30 teams compared to I guess 10 or 9 teams when you guys were playing, because we didn't have the. Wait a minute. The last one we won, the expansion team was there. So I believe the Panthers. What year the Panthers made it? The Panthers and the Jaguars. What year did they was birthed into the league? But neither here nor there. That's semantics there. But I would tell you this. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
And I get this a lot, but some people just don't understand the numbers. So you mean to tell me 4 is greater than 5?
No. You guys got more rings.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
All
I wanted to hear is 5. 5 is greater than 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Because some people believe that 5 is less than 4. And far as your history of the Eagles versus the Cowboys, this is not me reaching. This is not opinion based.
Mm-hmm.
Who leads the head-to-head matchup? Do you know that?
The overall head-to-head matchup, I'm not even gonna say that off the top of my head. I know who wins that one.
Well, I want to do a homework. I want you to do a homework assignment. So the next time I ever talk to you, you can just bring this up. Find out the head-to-head matchup of the Dallas Cowboys, which is a younger team, by the way, versus your Eagles. Somebody could put the answer in the chat box for me. But the all-time matchup, head-to-head, this is including everything. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. Just do that homework assignment and then come back and report to me. You'll find out something interesting. That what that thing really is. I'm just saying it. I'm not
and that's
trying
what
to
you
brag
guys
or
do.
anything.
Some homework from me. Find out who's won more playoff games since the 2000 season, and you come talk to me about that.
You want to put parameters to it, right? You don't want to say more playoff games
go
in general,
man. Like we've been.
Oh, you want to do recent? So when to cut off the recency? Or are you gonna say in the last 5 years or the last 10 years of circumvent?
Well, we can go all the way back to the 90s, right?
All right. So let's put the lifetime of the Cowboys versus the Eagles. Who won more playoff games? Let me know that answer too. By the way, it's good, man. It's good. Birgang, let everybody know where they can find your content, your channel. You've been good on this show so far, but let everybody know where they can find your content.
Hey man, I got my channel BIRDGANG 31. I have a sports talk show there featuring Eagles, but I also have other content creators from every team. Come on there. Whenever we're playing and stuff like that. You find coaches, beat writers, all that kind of stuff. It's more of a talk show for the fans. Giving back to all the content creators out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I get content creators out there, like the fans get a different perspective of the game from a different person besides myself. And I just love to talk football, man. You can also find me on my new network. I have an all Eagles network 7 days a week.
Wow.
Called Birgang Nation Sports Media. We just started last week. We got some great Eagle content creators on that. So if you guys can go out there and check that out. I know you guys probably are a Cowboys fan, but if you like just good football talk in general, go check out the media.
Man, there's a lot of Eagle fans in here, man. They love us, boy. They love us. They watch. They part of the notification squad. I really appreciate them. My brother is a diehard diehard Eagles fan, by the way, and he cries when y'all lose. So it's always good to know that. No, but it is what it
Because
is.
we're still part of the East
Yeah,
family. You
it's
know what I'm
NFC
saying?
East.
It's the NFC East family. Like, we're the only ones that are gonna talk about each other. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
And
right,
man,
right,
like, we ain't
right.
gonna let nobody else come out there. You know what I'm saying? And talk about us. When
Look,
everybody be bringing up that Brady stuff, like
it's so
Brady
crazy.
knows not to mess with the
We the
East.
only team that's in the West that dominate the East.
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
y'all teams on the East Coast, but we said, man, we so bad in the West, we just gonna fly all the way to the East and beat y'all too. That's just how they go. Oh man,
Hey,
I
but we
love
coming
doing
to
it.
the West, my guy. We coming to
Yeah.
the West this Monday, and we're gonna see what happens up in
You
Jerry's
go see
world.
what. Let me ask you this: final score prediction before I let you off, man. What would you predict? Prediction time! Yeah, yeah. Come with it.
Man, I was hoping I could get away with not giving my prediction out on this one.
Drum
But hey,
roll.
you know
I know
what?
it's
I'm a man of
early.
my word. I keep it real on every one of my shows, and I said it already, so I'm gonna say it again to you guys. The score is gonna be 31-10, my guy. 31-10. You
Cowboys
know,
win. Ooh.
Eagles win 31-10 in Jerry's world. We're going to stop Dak. We're going to put a licking on Dak Prescott, and that's going to kill that passing game. And you guys are going to score a touchdown and a field goal, like you guys do. And we're going to hold you guys down. But Jalen Hurts is going to have a come out party in Jerry's world. We win 31-10 Eagles.
Ooh-wee. You got do you know this guy, the
Billy
famous
Mike,
guy?
what up, my guy?
Oh, you know him. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. He's at Big Game Monday night, got the eyeballs or what have you, and
Mhm.
he's going to represent your side. Thank you for the donation there.
Mhm.
Be sure to check out your guy BIRDGANG over here, over to your channel there. And we got Miss BIRDGANG. I believe that's your better half right there.
Yes.
She put fly, Eagles fly, baby.
Yeah, we
But
do.
I come here to tell you
Hmm.
that you said he was going to have a come out party, right?
Hmm.
Jalen. Well, he's going
Jalen.
to come out. Yeah, I'm talking about your Jalen Hurts. He's going to have a come to Jesus party. He's going to have a come to Jesus party. The final score will be 31, and I believe that you guys are going to put up 24 points.
Okay.
I'm predicting that the Cowboys going to come out victorious, 31-24. It's just going to be one of those games where it may start off a little slow, a little rocky, and we're going to pull off at the end once we figure out the game plan. I just trust my Dan Quinn over your young offensive coordinator, and he's just gonna pull it off somehow, one way or another, as relates to a turnover and a big time throw as well with Dak
Mhm.
Prescott to CD Lamb. You can book it. And of course, Randy Gregory, he's going to have one of those situations where it's going to be a sack, strip, fumble, and it's just going to just
Oh
rock the
wow!
whole
You
house. The
gotta
whole
catch
house is going
Jalen
to be
for that.
rocking. And
You
I'm going
gotta
to be
catch
yelling,
Jalen for that one.
yeah, what'd you say?
You gotta catch Jalen for that one.
You got to catch him. You think, well, he caught him before. Remember he tried to weasel inside the middle there?
Oh yeah, I seen it,
Yeah,
man. I seen it.
yeah,
But you
but I
guys,
can't
hey,
wait,
you
man.
guys
Yeah.
beat Jalen and lost to Carson, and Carson's a little bit less mobile than Jalen. So any given Sunday or Monday, anything can happen. Like I said, it's like I think the
Mhm.
Cowboys, but we like you said, we start out good game in the beginning, but I think Nick Sirianni, he is a young coach, but he's been calling plays for some pretty good teams there for San Diego and the coach for the last couple of years. So he knows what he needs to do. I
Right.
think he does it this game in the biggest stage there is, Monday Night Football. So like I said, I think it starts out close and we pull away at the end as well.
Okay, I feel you, but 3110. Woo! So I'm gonna call you. Look, I'm gonna find your channel link, and
Hmm.
then once we score over 10, I'm gonna be like, hey, Bird Gang,
Yeah, I'll
and
be there, man.
I'm gonna tell
I'll
you,
be
hey,
watching, my guy.
I'm gonna say, Bird Gang, why don't you just lean forward just a little bit?
Hey, I'm the type too, man. I predicted wrong. I'm
Yeah,
willing to come on live and tell you I was wrong. It ain't no big deal, you know what I'm saying? Like the Atlanta game, I was pretty close with the score, you know what I'm saying? And I was pretty close. I said they were going to win Atlanta 31-10. And what did we win? 32-6. And then last week I had the 17 right for the Niners, but I was expecting us to put up some more points. So,
no
you know,
doubt, man. Well, we gonna get on out of here, man. I really appreciate you. Shout out to this guy, Bird, man. We got a lot of
Bird,
birds over here. And
what up, my
you know
guy?
that guy too. You got all of your people over here. It's a shame none of my cowboy people donate no way, but that's okay. That's okay. All of the Eagles, yeah, y'all contributing to the nation. I might have
Right?
to give this money to you, man. So they over here giving it to me. They might try to poison me over here with this. But he said, "Law Nation, quit bull job and go birds." Oh my goodness, come on, man. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna tell you,
strong, man. We
get out
ready
of here.
for this.
Get out of here. Get
We
out of
ready
here.
for this game.
Get out of here, man. Yeah, but man, I really appreciate you for jumping on to this show.
Hey,
You
thank
have
you
a
for
good
having
one,
me on,
man.
man. It's an honor. You know what I'm saying? You put out some of the best content out there, regardless of
Appreciate it.
what team you do it for. So, you know what I'm saying? It would have been better if you were an Eagles content creator, of course. But, you know, you got to go with your words. And hey, after we win this, we can come over to my channel for week 17 and we can talk about the birds again.
Okay, I'll do just that. After we win, thou should decree a thing and it shall be established. You know how that thing go.
Right.
I will, jump on your channel, what have you. You seem like a good sport, man. Appreciate you. You have a good day, man. And
You too, my guy.
I'll see you this weekend.
All
Well,
right.
Monday night. Let's go.
Monday
Appreciate
night going down.
you. Yeah. Let's go. Bird Gay, 31. Y'all be sure to check his page out. Let's go.